Yeah, I don't blame you. Don't So let's see which way these things are going. And probably that way would be good. Starting to rain. I gotta get my telescope under here too. Got the telescope running right next to me here. Yeah, there's a daytime moon that I'm trying to get. It's early in the morning. It's about 6:30 or so. Now I gotta run in and get some rags because there's water all over my telescope now. And above my head, there's no clouds. There's mineral streaks in the sky, but no clouds. Especially rain clouds. There's no rain clouds for sure, but it's raining. I think they're going that way. Let's see. It looks like they're not going to give me the moon back because I was doing pretty good. And now I can't get at it. Huh. Fucking bitch, man. Is this red? Yeah, red. I don't know if I can get at these. This side. Okay, so as you can see, I got my telescope set up over here, which was pretty much useless because they started trailing early this morning, probably around 3 o'clock, 4 in the morning. But there is a daytime moon at 6:30. I got out here about 6:30, I think, something like that, a.m. and set up the telescope. Within 3 to 4 minutes of me getting the telescope set up, I started getting clouded in by Mother Nature's jets flying all over the fucking sky, dropping these clouds out on our heads. Fucking unbelievable, man. Unfucking believable. So I figured, well, I got the camera set up anyway. I might as well show you guys people that are asking about the moon videos that I'm posting and stuff like that. That's it. That's fucking simple. I got a $10 telescope. I take a $30 camera, cell phone camera that I only use to make videos with, and I hot glue gun the eyepiece for the telescope onto the camera. And then I just do 360s like this all the time. I do 360s, lights and shadows, angles and distances of perspective, and that's how I digitally collect the EMNC from the moon when I'm doing moon videos. In this particular case, there's a filter added. I'll show you. Everybody pretending that they can't see what it is I'm showing them has led me to start putting filters. I used to drop the filters down inside the eyepiece, and I stopped doing that, and now I mount the filter on the camera first. It's under there. It's under the glue. See the corner of the filter? This particular filter that's on the camera now for these last couple moon videos that I just posted is a piece of broken bottle, broken glass. There's no secrets. There's no mystery behind anything that I do. There's no fakery. There's no nothing. I'm adding the contrast for your eyes so that you can, it's forcing you to see what it is I'm showing you. You cannot keep denying it by me showing it to you better and better and better. And I'm getting better and better at showing it to you because I've learned over some time now doing this, is that all of our eyes contrast differently to different colors. Some will see the imagery, the True Creator's imagery, better with red filters. Some will see it better with brown filters. Some will see it better black and white. Some will see it better green filters. Some will see it better. So I've just been combining filters, coming up with different colors. That is the only success I've ever seen in the last 8 years of showing you guys all of this. It's been in the last few months when I changed my filters. I started doubling and tripling filters. I don't know how I did it, how I got involved in it. And then 6 months before that, I changed my filters from plastic filters to these glass filters, broken bottles. I don't have money to go buying really good glass filters. They're very expensive. And then for the amount of abuse that I give these things, I would not want to spend $200 on a fucking filter. And then if I spend $200 on a filter and then I have to ruin that filter because I'm gluing shit onto it and stuff like that, so that leads to more expense. Because if I want to order a bracket, they have a bracket for your phone to be mounted to your telescope. Also expensive. All of these different, the telescope itself, nobody needs an expensive telescope. This is a shitty little $10, I bought it at a tag sale years ago. I did add this filter, which is a camera filter, to the end of the telescope. Not many people do that, but I do. So this is the filter that I always use, is this filter here. And This, you can take glare out of a telescope and set it in a different, send the glare in a different direction by turning this. I never even used that fancy option except by mistake when I'm wiping the lens or whatever. It might accidentally happen. I know that it's there, but I don't really give a shit about it. I only use that filter there to add some contrast, a black and white contrast, a gray and white contrast, if you will, or a gray and gray. It makes the black look gray and it makes the white look gray. It does take some light down in the situation, and which I need when I'm doing videos of the moon, because I'm trying to show you all the true creators imagery that makes up the moon. I don't accept anymore that no one can see it. I mean, I'm hearing it over and over again. A couple hundred subscribers now all seem to be agreeing that they see nothing except the moon that they were always told about, and no one's admitting yet that they see the imagery that makes up the moon. So what the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm just gonna keep on going. I'll keep on doing it the way I'm doing it. Keep on trying. I'm doing the best I can to show it all to you. But if you're all gonna refuse to look at what's right in front of you, and you know, getting nailed on fucking YouTube. YouTube totally fucked my channel up now, because now I cannot play all my videos in a row anymore. I watch one video and then it goes right over to fucking NASA and SpaceX and all these space alien wannabes and shit. So I don't stand a chance on YouTube, really. I'm still doing it because really I checked all the other areas of being able to do this, and there's nowhere that I'm going to go. I can't. Facebook is all done. That was done 7-8 years ago. I was done with Facebook. Rumble is worse than YouTube. Rumble has more robots on it than YouTube does. Rumble is just an extension of YouTube. It's a downgrading that you go to when YouTube is not going to allow you to post anymore. They try to get you to go over to Rumble. They're all connected. It's all the same fucking company, the same business, the same, you know. It just gets worse. It doesn't get better. Oh, go over to Rumble, you'll have free speech. Fuck you, you fucking liars. Free speech to who? A bunch of robots? Free speech to the AI who doesn't listen to me anyway? Fucking assholes, man. Anyways, let's see if we can get over here. Anyhow, I'll do what I can with this camera, get a couple of videos, cloud level. But I guess I'm going to look up again, see if I can see the moon, but I don't think so. Nope. No, they got the moon clouded out on me. Let's see what the fuck way they're going. Yeah, I think they're going that way. I want this moon video so fucking bad, man. I'm just waiting here. I got the camera on pause on the telescope, and because it's a daytime moon, it's not shining through the clouds for me. I don't see it. It's just blending in with the trails now. Alright, I'm just gonna let these run through. I gave it up on the telescope. I put it away for the time being. I'll come back out in 5 minutes. No moon for me. No moon for me. You're not gonna let me have it. I'll just mention to the camera. I was just went in to roll some cigarettes, and YouTube is doing it to everybody what they're doing to me. You know, I've been complaining the last few days or so about play all. And what's happening is if I watch one video of mine, I used to be able to press play all and my videos would just keep playing throughout the day for me. Now they're not doing that anymore. They're giving me propagandist, Freemasony, mainstream bullshit stories, one channel after another. It's funny because the other day I was doing a video complaining about it, and to the right of the screen, I was complaining that to the right of the screen, my options, every time it goes on autoplay, they keep giving me all mainstream and not showing any of the videos from any of my 3 channels. And the videos from my 3 channels are the majority, 90% of what I watch. So I thought that was kind of strange. But then when I went to make a video to complain about it, they threw some of my videos to the right side of the screen. So I said, oh, okay, well, maybe they're going to fix it. Maybe they're going to start showing me some options of my other channels, knowing that that's what I like to watch, right? Nope, that didn't last fucking long, because as soon as I made that video, then they went back to their usual shit. They went back to the usual tactic, and now I'm not seeing none of my videos on the playlist, on the options for the playlist. So, just now when I went in to roll these cigarettes, there's a girl named Tracy from, I think she's in California today now, but she is from Hawaii. She's a Hawaiian girl. And she used to do makeup artistry and blush brushes. I think that was the name of her channel, actually. I think it still is. Brush Girl or some shit like that. She's a nice girl. She's trying to help out and show people things that really everybody should already know. She doesn't spend enough time, in my opinion, talking about the mineral streets, the chemtrails, the geoengineering projects as much as she should, but I understand why she don't. Her channel would get shut down real fast. Anyways, one of her videos popped up as an option when I reset my computer. So I was watching that while I was setting up my cameras. But then during autoplay, I noticed that when I just went in to roll the cigarettes, the next to the right of the screen, after you play that one video that you wanted, it's the one video I wanted, so I chose it. And then all of a sudden to the right of the screen on autoplay comes all these mainstream bullshit stories, lies, lying motherfuckers. Even though Tracy's maybe a liar, she's an unintentional liar, I think. Because really we're all liars. There's no way around it. I mean, we're all lying motherfuckers, all of us. And that ends up being a big problem, that people won't wake up to their own intelligence. They won't wake up to realize where their intelligence comes from, and what they call intelligence is not at all intelligent. True intelligence comes from the neurological system. What you know with your brain is only a memory. It's just false memories that are gathered in your memory chip. The entire brain, all of it, all used for memorizing different lies. And I guess you could say, and And a defense to that statement would be something like an easy argument defense would be something along the lines of, well, wait a minute, what about the memory to see, the memory to move my fingers, the memory to walk, the memory to speak in language and all of those things, right? You could say that, how could I possibly claim that those are based on lies as far as the brain memorizing only lies? It still holds true. It still holds true. Even all of those memories are lies. The languages that we speak. So if you lose your language and you lose the ability to verbally, your verbal skills, right? And people have a stroke or something like that happens and they revert back to childhood. Some of them may lose a big portion of memory. Their childhood memories will all disappear. There's all kinds of different things that may happen. And then you would think of that as a bad thing. You'd say, oh my God, they lost the ability to speak the language. But really, when you think about it, the languages, all of the languages that we use, the verbal languages, are all fucking propaganda. Everything from the alphabet, the letters that we use to pronounce words, the meanings of words, um, it's all bullshit. It's all a fucking lie. Me even being able to articulate this paragraph to you, this conversation with the camera and whoever might listen, is also based on lies that I learned as I was growing up. Walking, using your limbs and walking, also a lie. All limited, all limited. We don't know what the actual capabilities of any species creature if it was not for being held back by human lies, right? When we're born, I'll use an example of us not being able to use our full potential as human beings based on human concepts, right? Maybe someone who would have been the fastest runner on this earth was born into a family who was always worried that their child was going to fall down. So as they were raising them, they, accused them of being stumbling and being not good on their feet, and they impressed that in that person. Now, this is the person that, if it was born under a different family, in a different set of rules, then they could have went the total opposite direction, and they may have been allowed to realize that their stumbling around as a child was only getting them ready for the fast-paced life they would be running using their legs in the future, right? We could also use the example of, oh, I'm just not good with my hands, right? You're born and your parents instill whatever skills that they want to instill in you. So one set of parents may be instilling that, oh my God, this kid is so great with their hands. They're going to be a musician, right? Or a surgeon or a musician. I like musician better because I'm so fucking sick of doctors and medical industry. So let's use musician as the example. So yeah, my son or daughter is going to be the best guitar player on this earth, is going to be the best piano player on this earth, is going to be the best drummer on this earth. You look at the way they use their hands. He's always walking around tapping on shit because they encourage them to do so. But then they don't have the ability, other than conforming their child into whatever, molding whatever into whatever they perceive to be. So therefore, those are also lies, because another set of parents may see the same child who has potential to be great with their hands and tell them, oh, you have no talent for that. You're not good with your hands. You're not good with your hands. So playing the piano, you'll be fumbling all over. Let's use vocals. We can use vocals. Same thing. Look at all the artists. I've been talking to my son about this because he's been getting into music more. So I keep telling him and explaining to him about all of the artists that if they would have went along with the propaganda, we wouldn't even have known them as artists. And there are so much wasted talent. There are so many people that are much more worthy of our respect and worthy of our praise that don't even get to be heard. Let's use the Oliver Anthony thing, right? Oliver Anthony, great singer, songwriter, musician, does great, makes you feel good when you listen to his music, right? Thank God he turned down the fucking mainstream money. Thank God he did. He seems to have a better head on his shoulders than many, many millions of others do that buy into it, right? And then you take somebody who was actually a shitty songwriter, a bad musician, and not a very good singer at all. But yet they went to the top of the charts and they became multi-millionaires, billionaires, and sold out into the system. All the energy that was wasted on it, I have a few of them on mine, but I'm trying to make sure I mention the right one, and I say the right one that I would get enough people who are listening to this to agree with the. Um, I would say probably let's use Prince as an example. Everybody thought he was such a great musician, great singer. No, he actually fucking sucked, and everybody around him were great musicians and great singers and great songwriters, and he was given that title and he was given that platform. He was given those chances to make movies and do a great job. And then when he came out against the system, when he came out against the system, realizing that he was not the boss and the system was the boss. It was the 7.8 billion zombie slaves that owned him. And he started realizing that at some point, and then got upset at it, probably himself, for selling out. Let's look at some other people and other lines of work, right? Um, Robin Williams. Robin Williams sucked. He was a shitty actor. He was a terrible comedian. He made you feel weird every time you listened to his fucking comedy. He sucked. And yet the burden was put on him to be the funniest guy ever on this earth, right? And he had to know how that not true that was. But yet 7.8 billion zombie slaves all agreed that this guy was the funniest fucking thing, and after sliced bread, right? Madonna is terrible. She's a terrible singer. She's a fucking hoe. She is arrogant, nasty bitch. But yet she had, fucking, she's going to have 70, 80 years of fame and fortune based on her shitty ass fucking ass, right? I mean, it's so fucked up that we keep doing this. And we do it over and over and over. Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash could not play guitar, but yet he played guitar on stage and pretended that he could. And he did that for 30 fucking years until he finally could. Um, but then there are other people who have never taken a guitar lesson in their life, and they pick up a guitar and they're fucking wailing away on it, and you're like, oh my God, this guy's a fucking genius. He never even took a lesson. He's not even playing properly. For example, Eddie Van Halen, right? Or, I mean, there's quite a few of them, but Eddie Van Halen comes to mind. So you compare Eddie Van Halen compared to someone like Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash had more fame. He had a longer life. He had more money, more fame than even Eddie Van Halen, because Eddie was not the singer, he was the guitarist. So therefore, and no appreciation for, I mean, we say now, oh yeah, he was a fucking legend and all this, but um, when he was coming up, he wouldn't have come up without David Lee Roth and without the singers that got all the credit for everything. Even Sammy Hagar, when he came to the band, it's like the band gets known for Sammy Hagar instead of Eddie Van Halen, who, why? It's just the 7.8 billion zombie slaves. We're so easily fucking tricked and fooled. We want to be. We want to be lied to. We love being lied to about everything. Voices. Let's look at some voices. Macy Gray is one of my favorites to talk about this when this happens. Macy Gray, you hear the story of her life and everything like that. Choir singer, has this insane voice, crackly, squeaky, fucking weird ass voice. And then when you crank up the volume on that voice and you got her really bellowing, it goes even more haywire. It's uncontrollable, but yet she gets put on a platform. And I love Macy Gray's voice. I like weird voices like that. Don't get me wrong. So I'm saying that the 7.8 billion zombie slaves did not want to hear how special that voice was. Not until the mainstream, not until somebody was ready to, when she was ready to sell out, when she was ready to sell out to what we called the devil, or ready to sell out to Satan and put her soul on the line, that's when she was able to, or to God, whatever you want to, however you want to word it, God, devil, same thing. And when she was ready to put her soul on the line and sell out, that's when she became famous, and she's staying famous for continuing to sell out the same way Prince was and even when Prince finally woke up, they just become part of the other side of duality. That's all that happens. They're not really selling out. People like Alex Jones, or a lot of the political people or whatever, they're same side. They're all on the same side. It's duality. So they're on one side of the duality or the other side of the duality, and that duality branches off. It doesn't branch off to 3 or 5 or 7. No. It always got to be doubling. It's always got to multiply by 1, right? So it's you can't just have 1, got to be 2. Can't just have 3, got to have 4, because they all got to have an opposition. They all have to have opposition, all of these things. The other one, look at all the ones that just got thrown under the bus. P. Diddy gets thrown under the bus. Everybody make a big deal out of it. Is that his name? P. Diddy? I think so. Something like that. But anyways, he's going down. I mean, you know how many tens of thousands of fucking people that were involved with all that shit over the last 100 years? Oh my God. And then they put up like 2 or 3 of them up for sacrifice, and everybody's all happy. Oh, we finally got rid of the bad guy. What are you talking about? We are the bad guys. It's us. It's the 7.8 billion. He's just a representation of the rest of us. That's all. We all fucking suck, man. AC/DC got this crazy fucking voice. The guy dies, and they say there's no way we're going to be able to replace this prick. There's no way. Who the fuck we're going to find? And then when you go look at the AC/DC story, you realize, really, they took another choir singer, another religious fucking group, and they turned him into that anyways. He was not going to be that rock and roller anyway. And a lot of people didn't like his voice when it first came out, but you really couldn't help it but like them, because that voice, man, holy shit. And there's quite a few of them like that. But if you heard him singing with another band that was not AC/DC, you would hate it. You would think, what the fuck is this shit? You know, I don't want to listen to shit. But when you back him up, when you back up a voice like that with the right music, then it becomes magical. And then when you come to realization of that, think about all the tens of thousands of people you meet in your lifetime. Okay, maybe just thousands that you each meet in your lifetimes on the street, and their parents would have told them, sweetie, you're never going to be a singer. I'm sorry, you're never going to be a singer. You got this screechy, scratchy voice, and you can't even talk right. And your voice, and then when you get higher, and your voice goes even higher, do you ever listen to yourself and you want to be a singer? And not only do you want to be a singer, but you want to be an opera singer of some kind, and right? And then you're gonna say to yourself, if anybody hearing that conversation is going to agree with the parent, and they're going to say, yeah, your dad's right, your mom's right. I mean, really, you're very unlikely that you will be a singer. Why don't you learn another instrument if you like music? Because with that voice, you're never going to go anywhere. And it doesn't have to be the outrageous voice. It could just be too mellow. You could be a soft-spoken. You could be a soft-spoken person, and you're so soft-spoken and so slow, and a slow talker, and they say no way that you'll be able to. Well, that's been proven false too, because look at all the people that have accents, that as soon as they start singing, they all of a sudden lose their fucking accent. Look at all the British performers, from the Beatles to Elton John to all the people, Adele. They all have this British accent, or European accent in some cases, and you wouldn't be able to tell listening to their music. Listening to their music, you'd think they were just one of the 7.8 billion, or I should say one of the 350 million zombie slaves here in America. You can't really tell. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to get shit. I'm going to go look for the moon again. Nope, no moon. They fucking took it away. I should have got up an hour earlier, but like I said, they were trailing since real early anyway, so it doesn't really matter. They're headed this way, so I'll just stay over here, I guess. I think they're going this way. Come back in from the rain. Alright, I'm gonna go put the telescope away, and then I'll be back out for this camera.